welcome back to my channel for another productive video into my life on what I do to kind of help keep me ahead. Today I'm going to jump right in and tell you what I'm doing real quick. I'm preparing a fiesta rice. It's kind of similar to a Spanish rice, but it's not that. With this I add tomato sauce, garlic powder, cumin, and chili lime powder to my rice, and I cook it in a rice cooker, and I let that go ahead and cook in there so it'll come out just kind of the best way for me to cook rice. It's a little easier and a little less tedious than cooking it over a stove. In this video I am going to be telling you and showing you what I eat for dinner and how I meal prep my dinners. My children are away for the summer with their dad and their stepmom, and I've been on vacation, so now I'm back and I needed to go ahead and get stuff started. So instead of me going out to eat and going to buy a meal that adds up, I like to go ahead and cook at home, and in preparation it also helps me get meal prep done for them so that when they come back they have food that they can eat. In the process of me doing this, I'm baking a cake, and I got my chicken out, and I had that here and ready for me to marinate, and I let that marinate for 2 days, and you'll see what I do with that here in a little bit in this video. So I'm also going to go ahead and start. I'm decided to eat beef fajitas tonight, and I'll show you how I do that. I don't normally eat them with tortillas if I don't want to, so I'll show you how I kind of do that and how I like to do my steaks and everything. I'll let you go ahead and sit back and watch, and I'll be popping in and out to tell you more about the video.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna jump in and tell you I am constantly washing my hands and doing any of that. I like to try to keep my area clean as I'm going. As you see, I baked some cakes and I have them sitting out. Before I even took them out the oven, I didn't show where I went ahead and prepared and washed and cleaned my chicken and got it ready for marinade and put it in a bag in a container, and I stuck that in the refrigerator. I'm finishing up now with doing my steaks and getting that done. I don't like to let my pan sit, so I go ahead and wash it while it's still hot, and I use my scouring pad to get all the debris off of it because it just makes it an easier job with cleaning it. You're going to see later on in the video how bad it can get, so I like to try to keep it clean as much as possible. Tonight I went ahead and did the fajita steaks, and I did that with rice and a salad. I like my steak medium rare. I have been like that for a long time now. It is so good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So I cooked my steak medium rare, and I got it ready with the ranch dressing and with the salad mix. And this is how I plated my meal, and then I put my things away, and I kind of put my food up for the night because I didn't want to put it away hot, and I let it cool down for the next day.
Yeah, I beat you at your game, and if you were me, you would do the same.
Alright, you guys, it's the next day. So as you see, I have put my food away, and I covered it and put it in the refrigerator, and this morning I'm actually going to be making some French toast, and I'm doing it a little bit differently. I recently went on a trip, and I went to Hawaii, and I went to a cafe called Button Up Cafe in Hawaii on Oahu. Oh my goodness, if you ever get a chance to go, I'm going to tell you to go. Not only is their French toast so good, follow me on Instagram and you can see a picture of what I took of the French toast. Just epic, just epic. So I decided to kind of do a take with that with my French toast. So I went and got 2 loaves of some Hawaiian bread, and I got the loaves of bread. And I think what I'll do next time is make my own sweet bread and do this, but these work just as fine also because my kids can go ahead and warm those up in a toaster like they do, and it's ready for them for the next day. And I was making this for me for breakfast, and what I did was set them on a baking sheet lined with parchment wax paper actually, and I set them on there so after they finish cooking I can kind of let them freeze just a little bit over, and then that way when I place them in the bag they're not going to stick to each other because they're still kind of moist or anything like that. So I'm making up the French toast, and you'll see how I prepare that because that's actually what I ate this morning. And you'll see what I prepare for dinner, but I also decided to do some burritos. So I'll let you guys sit back and watch as I do this, and then I'll come back in and tell you more.
My mind says stop, but my heart is screaming out. Don't go, just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. Just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. How can I love you when you're not around? How can I let you let me down, down, down? How can I long for you feeling so small?
Now what I'm getting ready to do is do my mixture for my burritos, and in this I'm actually doing the turkey sausage. I went and got some hash brown potatoes. It just makes it easier instead of me cutting up a bunch of potatoes or buying them and wasting them because like I said, my children aren't here and I'm doing this for them for when they get back. So I'm adding my bacon and I'm cutting that up into small pieces, and I just use my kitchen scissors to do that, and then I wash them and I add my potatoes and I get my mixture ready. I actually didn't show me adding the eggs. I thought it was recording and it turns out it was not recording, and I'm so sorry for that. But this is all I'm doing to that mixture so I can make breakfast burritos for the kids when they get back from their trip and everything, and they'll have those. They'll have French toast, breakfast burritos, and I'll probably do some more stuff later on like some waffles and some pancakes. I got all my eggs ready. I think I added a couple more to this because I know them. They eat a lot. And my daughter loves this. She loves it with the potatoes and everything. So this is one take on how I do my breakfast burritos.
I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up.
Now while my mixture is cooling from my eggs, here is me making my breakfast. Can I tell you this changed my life on eating French toast? Because I'm not a big fan of a lot of toppings, but I went ahead and did my strawberries. I had some that I had bought and they went bad quickly, so I went ahead and got rid of those and used the ones that I could. So I cut up my strawberries. If anybody knows me, strawberries are one of my favorite fruits. So I love them with a lot of different things. And like I said, this was inspired by Button Up Cafe. My bread had cooled while I was making my eggs. And what I did was put it on a baking pan and I put it in the oven for a little bit so it could warm back up, and I just did it that way. And I add my powdered sugar. I have some chocolate syrup, but you can use hazelnut. HEB sells a chocolate cookie dough like syrup, and it's real good. It's kind of a play off of the hazelnut. And then I added whipped cream. I added so much whipped cream. And you guys, I will overindulge, and I just loved it. It was light.
You look good in the sunshine. You look good in the rain. And I know once that you're mine, we'll have nothing to change. Getting so impatient.
So after I finished eating all of that deliciousness, I went ahead, I had let my mixture cool for my burritos because I don't like to do it when it's hot a lot of times. It's just too much on my hands. I already do a lot with my hands with heat. So I went ahead and I got my burritos prepared. The mixture was cool enough to where I didn't have any problem wrapping them. And it actually went a lot quicker than when it's hot, and I'm constantly touching it. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. So, and I put them on the griddle and I let them kind of toast on both sides. That way when they put them in the microwave and everything, they have kind of a toasty breakfast burrito than versus just wrapping it in the tortilla and you just eating the tortilla. And I like doing it this way. And then I wrap them up and I got them ready to put in the deep freeze for um, for them to have for later along with my French toast. So I'll let you finish watching on how I did that and I'll come back in and talk about what I ate for dinner.
Are you up on your road? Baby, I wanna know just how many days will go till I call, till I call, till I call you my own. I am stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in a position. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh?
Okay, let me just jump in and say this, you guys. All my days aren't planned. It's easier for me to kind of meal prep throughout the week sometimes than to do it all together at once. If I have a set list and I'm getting knocking stuff out in one day, I do that. But I don't do it all the time. I encourage anybody, do what's best for you on how you plan things for your family and your family life. You see me cleaning up, and it's a constant thing with cleaning up. I hadn't emptied my dishwasher yet from the night before, so I'm emptying that now. And I like to really try my best to keep everything nice and clean so I don't have a big pile of stuff just saved up. And the next thing I know, I have this massive cleanup to do. So that's what I'm showing you now. And as I'm meal prepping, I'm just getting this stuff done. If you have to listen to music, if you have to have the TV noise going on in the background, I even will talk. You'll see me talking on the phone sometimes. I keep a Bluetooth around my neck because it allows me to be hands-free. And I talk to my friends, we catch up, we do stuff like that while I'm getting things done. I don't stop and, kind of shoot the breeze with them and I'm not being productive. So if this helps you, great. If you need to figure out ways to do your life to make it easier, I say go for it. I don't shoot anybody down on trying to make their life more productive.
You realize what you want, the things that you dream of, and the things that you don't know. This is what it feels like, but you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share a ride and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you. Ooh, I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love. Give me your love. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love. Give me your love.
Okay, you guys, I took a little break before I started plating up everything for my meals for the beef fajitas that I did. You saw me earlier get the burritos ready, prepare those, get them wrapped up, and with the leftover egg mixture, I put those into 2 bowl containers that I have, and I also put those in the freezer so you can have egg bowls and warm those up later. You see me writing on my freezer bag, and I'm going to put one of my beef fajitas in here along with some of the juice so that we can have as a meal as a family for dinner. And then with the rest of them, I'm going to go ahead and portion everything up into 4 containers actually. One will be for me for lunch or dinner. for the rest of this week, and another one will be actually the other three will be for us for later. So I'm cutting up my steaks and I'm portioning those out, and I almost forgot to add the juice on top of these. So I do like to add the juice. So when you reheat them, it keeps them nice and moist. It keeps the meat nice and moist. So you'll see me do that and get that ready, and then I'll get ready to start showing you what I ate for dinner this night. I believe I only did 3 meals, and that was because when I do this, I'm able to heat up what I have left over, and that covers me for the rest of the night. So I'll let you finish up enjoying the video, and I'll hop back in as needed.
Guess we're pioneers, roaming around the atmosphere. I hate when you're not near, drifting away, drifting away. Keep missing you the days that you don't see me, like searching for a heart inside of my sheet. Sitting here forever, won't you hold me? Now won't you hold me? Oh, 'cause baby I try.
Okay, this is the final meal that I ate for this week. And this is actually the teriyaki chicken. The marinade that I used for this was the Panda Express Mandarin marinade. I found that one, and I'm just trying to look for different ones that I may like that I can season it with instead of having to go through the trouble of making my own. And I really did like this one, I must say. I really, really did like it. You saw me get my rice together, and I'm just doing 4 cups of white rice in my rice cooker, and I'm getting my chicken together, and I'm letting that sear on each side. And I actually have 2 sets of tongs for these chickens. With the tongs, I use one for when it's not done and one for when it's done to put it on the plate. I actually did that with the beef also. I use a separate set for the raw meat and a set for when it's done to put on there so that it doesn't kind of cross-contaminate. And I have my bowl to the side with some of the teriyaki marinade in it. And actually it's not a bowl, it's a cup with my basting brush, and I put that over my marinade. Now I want you guys to pay attention to my pan. I love this pan, but this pan gets messy quickly. So in between, I like to wash and scrub this pan, and then I'll finish off my meal, and you'll see me do that also. So I'll let you finish looking at this, and then you'll see how I plated this meal.
We can do it all night, baby, won't you? Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight.
As my chicken, the last bits of pieces of my chicken finish cooking, I go ahead and cut up my chicken and I get it ready to start plating, and then I'll plate it. You'll see me go ahead and warm up my teriyaki sauce. I put my rice down first, I lay my chicken over the top, I put that warm teriyaki sauce over the top, and it's so good, you guys. I do, and I must say, I like the Mandarin teriyaki sauce from Panda Express. That was a good one, so I'll use that one again. You'll see me go ahead and plate and get that ready. Was overnight again, so I put all my food away after I finished eating my dinner, and I got that ready for me to put it in the containers next day. As you see, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm getting my coffee ready. I have my creamer right there. I normally make it homemade, but I didn't this time. I was on vacation, so I came back and I just bought some creamer, the sweet cream. I added it to my coffee while I got everything ready to meal prep this morning. This was such an easy task because I didn't have to worry about doing it all in one day, cooking all these meals in one day and getting it ready in my freezer. Sometimes it's good to just let your freezer build up over time. And this helps. This helps so much. I did 3 containers for the freezer and 1 for myself. And I put that in the refrigerator for the rest of the week. I really, really do hope this video helped you guys. However you need to do what you need to do to improve your life and make your life go a little bit easier, I will tell you to do it. I'm asking that you continue to follow my page, like and subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.